welcome back to my channel. By the intro, you're probably like, wait, what are we doing? What are we doing here? So I think I mentioned it a few videos back when I was like talking in a favorites video, and I don't know if you guys have seen the show Glam Masters. Let me just say right off the bat, this is not sponsored. Nobody's asking me to make these videos. I just kind of wanted to do this for myself, just to kind of challenge my artistic abilities. If you don't know what Glam Masters is, I believe that it's on Lifetime, and it's like for beauty influencers or makeup artists. The girl that actually did my lash lift, Beta Beauty, she was actually on one of the episodes, and they have to do 3 rounds, and there's different challenges, and then there's a winner at the end of every episode. So the only time that I get to do like creative makeup is like in September and October, and I know that I've mentioned that I wanted to like kind of incorporate Halloween videos like sporadically on my channel, but for some reason, like mentally, we're in April and I'm like, I can't freaking throw on a Frankenstein mask right now. Like it's I don't know, it's weird. But when I watch the Glam Master show, I like get inspired by it and I like want to run in my room and play with makeup. So I've been writing all the challenges down on my phone, and I thought that I would do them like in the order that they appeared on TV, or maybe not, that's just what I'm going with now, but we might switch it up. But there's a bunch of them, and I just thought it would be a good way for me to kind of challenge my creativity and see what I could come up with. I have so much respect for the people that do like competitions like this. Like I watch Face Off and Game Face and RuPaul's Drag Show, like all those things where you have to be creative and then be judged on it. It just makes me be like, ah! So I personally could never go on a show like this because I said it in my other video, I am an artist and I am sensitive about my there's no way that I could have somebody be like, I don't think so. I'd be like, well, you too, you know what I mean? Like I could not do it. So I have so much respect for people that go on these shows. I was watching, what was I watching last night? I was watching Game Face, which is basically like a spin-off of Face Off. And Game Face kind of has this, like the same formula as Glam Masters, where there's like 4 competitors, 3 rounds, and then a winner at the end of every episode. And Goldie Starling, if you don't know who she is, she's here on YouTube and she's like does bomb ass special effects makeup. She was on the show last night and she won last night. I don't know if it was like a recent show or if I'm watching like old episodes, but I saw her on there last night and it was really cool. And that show really inspires me too, to like do prosthetics and special effects makeup. But Glam Masters is more aimed at like beauty, and then like Game Face is more aimed at like prosthetics and creating like, you know, like scary creatures from movies and shit. So I've been drinking coffee obviously, and that's why I'm feeling rambly, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a black and white challenge. So if you guys wanna hang out with me while we do some weird makeup, I would love it.
Okay, cool, let's get started. I'm gonna moisturize my face like I always do. This is gonna just be more of me like talking you guys through this as opposed to being like an actual makeup tutorial. So some of the products I might not show you, but I'll have them listed in the bottom bar, like my moisturizer. But I can bet that you guys already know what moisturizer I'm using. So to start this look off, we are actually going to start with the eyes, and I'm going to use tape, and this is the only tape I could find in my house. This legit has 1 piece on it, and I had this neon green masking tape. So I'm just gonna pull the last piece of tape off that I have on this little roll, and I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm gonna use this as my guideline so I have super sharp lines for my eyeshadow. So funny because when I first started doing makeup, this is how I used to do my makeup all the time, and I do not remember the last time I used tape to create an eye look. So I was like, why not? I want very sharp lines, and this will ensure that you have them. So I'm going to just brush out my brows and just hold them up in place. We're not really gonna do much with the eyebrows because I was trying to keep to the 1 hour time limit. I don't know if I'm gonna do that in future videos, but for this one, I was trying. For the first eye, we're gonna use this white cream eyeliner from Ofra, and I do this little guide. I put some on my lid and then look up, and wherever the product hits, that's where I know I need to cut it. So we're just gonna do like these super winged out eyes. I had this idea of like good and evil, aka black and white. So we're gonna do 1 eye fully white and the other fully black. So I'm just just shaping out my eye shape, and by having the tape there, again, it's just gonna create a very, very sharp line. And since this is a gel liner, we are going to set it with a white eyeshadow. For our black eye, I'm using these pro paints from Graftobian, which are water activated paints. You can totally use a gel liner or something like that. I just could not find one anywhere. And I'm basically doing the same technique, throwing a little on the lid, looking up, and wherever it hits, that's where I know I need to cut. And I'm trying to make the eyes as symmetrical as I can because I do like symmetry in looks, but it is a struggle because I have two different shaped eyes. But I think I did pretty good. And just like the white eye, we are going to set this eye with black shadow. And because you have the tape there, you can be crazy and you don't have to worry about fallout since we also don't have foundation on. Next, I'm just going to remove the tape and then wipe off any of the excess shadow that's out of the actual eye look we're doing. Just take a makeup remover wipe and get rid of it. For the foundation, I'm using L'Oreal True Match in W6, and I didn't realize this, which you'll totally see my face because I left the clip in, but I don't think this challenge they actually used foundation or concealer, but I did. I don't remember if that was like part of the rules or not. I can't even remember, but I'm putting foundation on, okay, because it's a beauty look and a girl needs some coverage right now, okay? To conceal, I'm again using the KKW Beauty Concealers, again in 6 and 2, starting with 6 and then brightening up more with 2. I did a whole video, not a whole video, I did just mention them a lot in my last video, so if you guys missed it, I will link it in the bottom bar, but they're growing on me. By using just the Beauty Blender when I blend out the concealer, I feel like it works a lot better, and I still do think the powders are really good, the baking powder and the brightening powder. And here's me wondering, Coffee, this is so good. Wait, were they allowed to use foundation and concealer? Oh well, I did, and I'm moving on. And then I am just baking and brightening. I'm using the shade 2 in both the baking powder and the brightening powder. Next, I took another one of those pro paints, this time in the shade white, and I added a little water to my brush, and then I just painted a lash because I wanted to use a white lash and a black lash. I would recommend if you ever, I don't know, want to try doing this, I should have painted the black lash with black paint too, so the lashes would have had the same kind of texture. You will totally see what I'm talking about in a second. But for now, we are going to draw a little white teardrop under our dark side, and I just imagine this is like crying for the goodness that the darkness has lost. I don't know. I was just being a weirdo. I was like, I feel like I need a tear, so I'm drawing myself a tear. Myself? Sounded like a little leprechaun there, didn't I? And then I'm just giving the tear a little bit of shading with some of the black eyeshadow just so it doesn't look so flat on the face. Okay, next for lashes, I'm just putting the regular lash on the white side for our black lash, and this is what I mean. I should have painted this lash black because look at the texture difference in the white lash, which I like how the white lash looks more, like it just looks like heavier to me, but I wish I would have done it to the black side, so instead I just tried to load up on the mascara, but I feel like if I would have painted it, it would have looked way cooler, but it's my first challenge, okay? Let me learn. Alright, next I'm taking some black eyeshadow and kind of just chiseling these cheeks. Honestly, this was not my favorite part. I just was like, I don't know what else to do for the face. I was running out of time. Like I said, I was trying to keep to the 1 hour time restraint, but I don't think that I'm going to do that in the future videos of these guys because I felt like I wanted more time to think. Okay, so for underneath the eyes or the waterline, I'm gonna put a black pencil in each of my eyes, but you'll see I switched this black side to white in a second. I just thought if I put a white liner in my other eye that they would have looked like 2 different sizes, but they didn't. I'm also smudging out some shadow underneath the eye, and then we're gonna go back to the white side and take a white liner and run that underneath the lower lash line, add some white shadow, and then eventually I will put the white in the waterline as well and get rid of that black in there. Adding some black mascara to the white eye and some white paint to the lashes on the black side. I just dipped this spoolie in water, put it in the water activated paint, and brush it on to my lower lashes. And lastly, for our lip, I'm just taking the same black liner and using it as a lip liner just to outline the lips, and then we're going to fill everything in with a black lipstick and then tap some powder, some eyeshadow over the lips to give them a more matte effect. So I love how this look turned out. It's super weird to me. I definitely love the eyes. It's my favorite part, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it's a little something different. Let me know if you like this series and I will keep doing it. So I love you guys and I will see you in the next video. Bye.